Yeah, so yesterday's video I said I will put out the basic techniques because some people ask what are you doing, and I was looking through my playlist and I said, oh, it's actually rather difficult to find. I think there are some videos that are not public so that you can access when you subscribe to something, but actually there's no public video on this tapping techniques, the basic technique we are using. So here is the basic technique, and you can find a lot of this on the internet, not just from me, but from a lot of persons. There's a lot of self-help videos, and even there's apps that you can use for the basic bringing down your stress levels. And what we do is we use the tapping points, we call them, and there's about 15 points that I will show you. And this is the first one. We always open up by just tapping, and these points. Some we do with several fingers like these, others we do with two fingers. But these points, they are located on the body, on the energetic meridians as they are called, and they are the crossings, I think they are, or the nuts or the endings of those meridians. And then there is also, they are used in acupuncture. So what we do, and what you will do, you do tap along. I call it tap along. You just press on these places that I will show you. Very simple. And you don't need to do anything else. You can just be tapping on those points. And you tap 7 times maybe. You don't need to count, but you get used to a certain rhythm. Yeah. And as I'm talking now on the video, I may stay longer on one point or another. Nothing. It doesn't matter. You can you can tap. The thing is that by changing the points, we allow a certain movement, yeah, and changes, yeah, and that's the important part of not staying all the time on the same as I'm doing now. So here we go. This is the first one for opening up. The karate chop point is called. Then we go to the on top of the funnel. It's called funnel on the head, the crown area, in between the eyebrows, but then on the a bit on the side of the eyebrows here. And what this does is it just allows the energy to flow in a more natural way, and it gives us a bit of space to breathe, you can say. Like if you've had an accident, this is on the side of the eyebrow. If you've had an accident, then maybe you realize that it took a while before you got back your breath and you could think again. Well, these techniques, they just help you to get faster back to your breath and look at the situation from a new perspective. Yeah, first you need to survive, and then you can look at it from a different perspective. By the way, this one is on the middle side of the bone under the eye, and then under the nose. There's a little hollow area under the nose. So in acupuncture, they use these points, and then they send extra energy, and that's also what we do here. And you are like boosting a bit the natural flow. And why this all works, well, I can't say why it works. That it works. Yes, I can say it works. And it works for anybody. You don't need to believe in this. It's just like facilitating a certain flow. This is the under the lips, and it allows to just look at things from a slightly different perspective. Get back your breath, and with renewed energy, look at the situation. And funniest thing is, oh, this is by the way, this is under the collarbone. This is the little bone at the end of the collarbone. You have to find it for yourself and yourself. Everybody is so different. Everybody is so different. And then you go back 2 fingers and down 2 fingers. And then there's a little space, like a little pillow almost. And if you press hard, then it can be a bit painful. It's called the sore point also. And then we go under the arm on the level of the bra, or the strip of the bra, on the side of the body, on the ribs, and we do that with several fingers. And then one I also add is the inner side of the wrist with several fingers. And then we go to the side of the nails. We can do that like this, with on both sides of the nails, or you can take the, if you want to call it the outside or the inside. I don't know if it's outside or inside, how you call this, the side of the nail. But very often it feels very pleasant to do like this. And you will notice after a while that certain places you stay longer, certain you stay shorter. And this is just the basic technique we use. It is part of the EFT, emotional freedom technique, and the emotional freedom technique is a bit more than this because it also incorporates like the psychological aspects. And because if we want to get a different perspective, there is this psychological aspect there, like how you look at things. Yeah, so you start to when you do this, you allow yourself to look at the same situation from a different perspective, and you may recognize that the same situation is experienced in many different ways, depending on the person who's looking at it, and even it depends on the experiences you have gone through in the same situation. So that's why it's important to get back your breath and to look at the situation from a different perspective. So nothing blurry, just tapping on some points. And yeah, so what Michelle and I we will do is to share this with you in a one-on-one session. Yeah, that's the idea. So at least this video it will stay out, of course. On the you can see details in the description. I go around one more time here. You can practice the video more times, and you can see in the description how to contact and get some one-on-one guidance there. Yeah. Okay. So very simple technique. I skipped this one. The order is not so important. What is important is that you keep on moving through the points. Okay, see you around.